Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, look, I've been told this and again, like people get to a midlife crisis in terms of their marriage, and sometimes the husband doesn't love the wife anymore, or the wife says, I don't love my husband anymore, or it can happen, either way. Now, what usually happens in a marriage is that when you first get married, it's called the honeymoon period, okay? So honeymoon is that, everything's so sweet. He's just got honey in his mouth, and her face is the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, her face is the moon and he's got honey in his mouth, and that's it. The whole world's fine. Now, when they have kids, you have one kid, you're running around after that one kid. After that, you have two kids, and it's like in and out. It's a nappy. Then it's like, take this one to the toilet, feed this one, that one's sleeping, that one's woken up, and then the third one comes, oh my God, it's nappy, so this one's school, this one's madrasa, this one's this, and home, school, madrasa, nappy change, food, sleep, and illness, and it gets so hectic, and the husband's obviously, he's in this as well, and he's going to work, and it gets so much that they just don't have time for each other. They see their children, they love their children, which is all fine, but they don't have eyes for each other. They're not spending time together. So what they basically need is they need to revive their marital life. How do they do this? And this is normally where the midlife crisis comes in, because they're in the 30s, they've got a few kids, they're not spending time together with one another, and the kids are always in the way. They're not together. Even when they're together, the kids are there, and they can't spend that, that one-to-one. Now, what I'm going to say to you, and this is to you guys, is that you need to spice things up, guys. Honestly, you need to spice things up. So for this, what you need to do is you need to go out. You can leave your kids with the family members, and you and your wife and yourself, just go out. Just enjoy dinner. Nothing wrong with that. Go and have a dinner. It's halal, guys, Go for a walk in the park. Go somewhere for a little break, even take a one-day break, sit with each other, talk with each other, revive and kindle the love that you had beforehand. And do things for each other, like, for example, giving gifts to each other, buying those flowers for your wife, for the wife to cook something nice for the husband, to bring a smile on the face, to go out and do these little things, cook something nice, or do something nice, buy something nice, or, even look, for a wife to do her makeup up and everything for her husband is halal. Woman, you look very beautiful maybe 12, 14, 16 years ago, yeah? But don't tell me you look the same today, Maybe one of you needs to lose weight. Seriously, right? One of you might need to lose some weight, yeah? And, go to the gym. Seriously, go to the gym and lose something. Make yourself look young again. There's nothing wrong with the wife putting some nice cream on or whatever else it is to make herself young and beautiful, or something else. For a husband, there's nothing wrong. Put some perfume on. I mean, probably your breath stinks so bad, right, that she probably wants to drop dead when you come to bed. And that's why she probably doesn't want to come near you, right? So seriously, guy, do something for your breath. And for the woman as well, do something for your breath. What do? Well, use the miswak. Seriously, one of the things that people forget about the miswak is if you use it on your tongue, right? Apart from teeth, you've got to do it for your teeth, but if you use it on the tongue and you take the saliva off your tongue, it helps with bad breath, because they say bad breath is from the saliva that stays for a long time on the tongue and on your gums as well. And the sunnah is the Prophet ﷺ used to remove that, okay? You're going together, put some perfume on, my friend, all right? And if it needs the man to actually, to give his wife a nice massage or whatever, it's all halal, guys. You need to revive the whole thing. Send cards to one another, write something of love and give it to the other person, nice. And this will revive it. Look, don't come to me as an imam and say, he don't love me, she don't love me, I'm a bit bored of this marriage. Why? And you're looking somewhere else. You're looking somewhere else to find excitement. You want to find some new person that gives you new life. I mean, listen, my friend, do what you can to revive your marriage first, and do all these things, and then you'll see a difference. You bring a smile. And the other thing is, please, just for this moment, take a break from all the different arguments you might have had. Take a break and say to yourselves that, look, we're not going to argue for another 1 week, for 2 weeks. There's no argument in 2 weeks. We're just going to smile to each other. One of the things that the Prophet ﷺ used to do, and this was a sunnah from the moment that he got married to her and she came to his house till the moment that the Prophet ﷺ passed away. And this sunnah was there for about 9 years. This was with Aisha radiallahu anha. And she says that the Prophet ﷺ would come in, he would first make, he would say salam. Obviously he would make it sound like he's coming in first. He would take, he wouldn't just suddenly come in. He would either knock or he would make a gesture he's coming in or say salam. And as soon as he came in, he'd had this beautiful smile on his face. He would peck her on the cheek and then he would say to her, how are you? How are you, Aisha? How's your day? How's everything? With a beautiful radiant face. And that stayed until he passed away, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It only disappeared for a few days, about 20 something days, when she was accused of something. I mean, Allah acquitted her. Allah acquitted her. She never did anything wrong. But the Prophet ﷺ was concerned about her. And that's the only time when his radiant face and his smile disappeared for a little while, when he used to come to Aisha radiallahu anha. And she says she suddenly noticed that, why is the Prophet ﷺ not like his usual when he comes to me? And later on, after Allah acquitted her through the Quran for a blasphemy that people brought against her, the Prophet ﷺ was his usual self. Subhanallah al-Azim. Now the thing is, guys, if you want to spice your married life up again, do these things. I mean, in the Sunnah it says the Prophet ﷺ used to go for walks with his wives, radiyallahu anhunna ajma'in. May Allah be pleased with all his wives. I mean, it says in the Sunnah he's going to the park or going to a garden for a walk and then he's coming back. Sometimes he went with two wives in one hadith, it says, and sometimes with one wife. He used to go for a walk and he used to come back. I mean, guys, you can do this. It's all halal, and do this. Spice it all up again. You need to spend time together again. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.